Hello everyone, I can see constantly people asking about Spanish bureaucracy to me, to other people, out of curiosity or lack of information. I am a huge fan when someone can explain things to me or their experiences in kindergarten languages without all the complex vocabulary. So today I'm going to try to do one myself to explain to you how Spanish bureaucracy kinda works. These are the two things I'm going to get help with from demonstrating my experience of getting this lemon from Spanish government, which happened yesterday. Yay! Recently it has been tough. This thing, I don't even want to... Anyways, let's get into it. So, when you move to Spain, out of whatever reason, you will be told that this lime is a must-have. You must go to apply for this lime. You would need this lime to apply for any other fruits in the future in Spain. So you're like, oh shit, this is very important. Let me check. There must be a list somewhere, very official, that I could check what do I need to be qualified to get a lime. That would be the first step. Feels difficult because you would start feeling like, okay, the list says this, but why are people saying this and why are other people saying that? And the entire answer to that is just this one sentence. Please recite this one sentence. It really depends. So you tried everything you can to find the information about this list to apply for this line. You get everything ready, which probably cost you, if you're very lucky, maybe a month. If you're very not lucky, maybe 6 months, 8 months. After getting your list checked to apply for this lime, you are very excited and nervous and you try to go to make an appointment. Nightmare begins again because the website may or may not work. There may or may not is an error that may or may not be fixed, may or may not today or later. Just understand that. If all of a sudden a very big official website just doesn't work, don't panic. It happens. It's okay. No pasa nada. In the end, you manage to get a cita and you go for the cita. You're very, very nervous. You have prepared a box of documentations and you go into the office. You show the nice lady your documentation. She doesn't even check. She does not even check anything. The things that you have spent months of effort to obtain, she doesn't even look at it. Why, you ask? Because she's having a good day. She's having a good day and she decided to not give a fuck about your documentation just to make your life easier, to get you this lime. So you are very grateful, but at the same time you think, what the fuck, why did I spend so much time and effort to get all of this ready that she wouldn't even look at it? But okay, if I'm getting the lime, I should just get the lime and get out of here. So you hold the lime, you're very happy and you're trying to walk out of the office. The lady gives you a confirmation letter. It's the evidence of your application. Your name was spelled wrong. It's not like a I and L situation. It's basically like a Z and T situation, like letters that you wouldn't confuse usually. And those letters are not from my handwriting, it is from my passport, printed letters. So when the nice lady was holding my passport, typing my name into her computer, she got the letter wrong. I looked at it, I panicked, right? So I was like, since I would have to use this to collect my lime, and since this is all like government documents, so maybe I should just go back and ask her, excuse me, my name is wrong on the confirmation letter. So I go back. You're like, pardon, but I think you got my name wrong. She stares at you as if you're dumb. She looks at you and she goes, do you really want to change it? If you really want to change it, I can change it for you. Yes, I would like to change it because this is my name on the document. Could you change it for me? Oh, okay. With that attitude, nice lady still being nice, changes and reprint the document for you. So you get the piece of paper, you thank her a lot, and then you're walking out of the office again. And this time, you started to get paranoid before you pass the security check. You're like, should I double check again? So you look at it, your address is wrong. Having severe social anxiety and mental illness, shittiest Spanish ever, you ask yourself that question, do I go back or do I even not. After freezing yourself in panic for 5 seconds, you decided this is a document. I should take this seriously. Probably I would annoy that lady, but I have annoyed her already. So might as well just go back to her and be like, this is your job and you made errors. So probably you should correct it. You work up your encouragement for yourself. You walk back again. The lady looks at you and she has that face of, oh, madre mia, what do you need now? Stupid giri. So you started to apologize because in that atmosphere, you cannot help but think somehow you did the wrong thing, as if this is your fault. And you're like, oh, really sorry to bother you, but my house is number 1, not number 5. She says nothing. She grabs the piece of paper. She grabs her pen. She does that. And she hands you that confirmation letter with the government stamp on it after doing that. So you know for sure in the system, your address is still wrong. You're living in your neighbor's house. At this point, there's nothing you can do. If they say yes, okay, I guess, so you leave. There is a timeline on everything. Every time you apply for anything, you can ask, how long would it take? They would answer you. Normally, it would take about a month. Would it ever happen within a month? Maybe for some extremely lucky people, but never me. So for this Lyme, I was supposed to wait only, I think, a few weeks or something, but I have waited over 4 months. Do you know why? Because when I was trying to apply for this thing, it happened to be summer. Nothing moves in summer. Local people, foreigners living here for a while, everyone, they tell me, it's summer, you know. Don't expect anything to go forward in the summer. No one works in the summer. Okay, 2nd month of June, people started to just like disappear. Nothing works anymore and it's just tourist season, beach is very busy. But any government documentation things, it's gonna be crickets. You're not going to hear from anyone about anything, no. So you wait for 4 months and finally, you got your Lyme. You go in and you got this fucking Lyme and you're so happy that you finally got it. Now you need this lemon, this big ass juicy lemon. Same thing repeats. Very naturally, you go ask AI, you go double check, fact check on Google, you go on Reddit, right? You go on TikTok, do any kind of research that you can do to find out how to get this thing in this city. How is everyone else's experience that you could take advices from? And then the conclusion is, yet again, it really depends. It really depends. Sometimes it's extremely strict. Sometimes they just don't care. It depends on which branch you're going. It depends on what office you're going. It really depends if that staff is having a good day or not. It really depends. That's the only fucking conclusion that you can get from 5 hours researching on Reddit. So you're like, oh, okay then. Let's be safe, let's get all the lists checked out and let's go apply for the lemon. And you do that. You spend months to obtain this document, that document, this document, that document. One of the documents on the list that you cannot obtain, so you did the research. Very officially, they say, if you don't have this one, don't worry, you can replace this one with the other one. And you're like, oh, okay, the other one I can get, so you get that ready. You get everything ready, you try to get a cita. You wait maybe longer than 2 weeks. Finally, you get an appointment, you get a cita. So you walk in, you turn in your application. Same procedure. They're going to give you a confirmation letter to prove that you have applied for this lemon. Within certain months, 1 month or 3 months, that they have to, they're obligated to give you an answer. If the answer is no answer, it is considered that you automatically have it because it's their fault that they didn't check your application or didn't give you an answer. And you may ask, does it really happen in real life? No, it never happens. It never happens. So do you go and appeal? No. And don't ask me how I know. Don't go. Don't go appeal. Do not go there. Be patient and wait and try another office. So anyways, you get the confirmation letter. You have the trauma from last time. So the first thing you do is to check that fucking confirmation letter to see if my information there is correct. And then the first thing you see is they got your gender wrong. Now you're a male. In this procedure, you remembered 5 minutes ago when you were very nervously submitting your documents, you were trying really hard to explain to that nice lady, oh, I think my address from the line that I've just given you is wrong because this has happened in the other office, la 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 la. And she seemed that she doesn't care. She's like, oh, that happens, it's okay. I'm gonna put the right address into it, no pasa nada. So you're like, maybe it's gonna be fine. But at the same time, you still have very severe anxiety issues. You decided to go back again and ask that lady, hello, you got my gender wrong. I'm a woman. You put me as a man here. So would you mind to change it for me, please? And this nice lady says, if you really want to change it, I can change it for you. What do you mean if I really want to change it? I really want to change it. Please change it for me. Okay, they change it for you. So you get the confirmation letter. This time you're not naive anymore. This time you are not expecting anything to happen within the 3 months or 5 months or whatever months that they promised you. By law, they're obligated to give you an answer. This time you're not naive because you have had that summer and this time Christmas is happening soon. Ha ha! Nothing is gonna move in Christmas time. And then Three Kings and then Easter. Nothing is gonna move. Nothing. So this time you're chill. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna forget about this thing. Nothing is gonna happen. You're very into that Andalusian mindset, no pasa nada mañana. So you wait. And 6 months later, all of a sudden, you get a phone call. You've been summoned to an office for this lemon. But one thing though, because it took so long to go through your application, the lime you submit before is not valid anymore. It has expired. It's rotten. We cannot use them. So please bring a fresh lemon tomorrow. Within 24 hours, go to an office, get a new document. What do you mean? What? Is there any possibility I can reschedule this cita? Reschedule this summon to the office? No. Okay, let me put everything down, my work, my life, my children. I don't have children, and I run to the office. It used to be, if you have something urgent like this, or if you have something simple like this, which is a record that you already have in their system, all the staff needed to do is to put your name into the system, pull out that document, print it out using the printer, stamp it. That's the entire thing that you're asking for. It used to be, like 6 months ago, it used to be okay for you to drop off, walk in, get a fresh one. So you thought, probably it's gonna be okay, I'm just gonna go there really quick. And you go there. By the entrance, suddenly, they wouldn't let you in. You're like, what do you mean? I need something. They're like, you need a cita. And you say, oh, no, I'm just here to print out a fresh lime. I don't really need a cita. You need a cita. But I didn't make a cita last time. We changed the rules. What do you mean you changed the rules? We changed the rules. Since when? Since January. Okay, I didn't know. Then I cannot help you, the lady says. And you're like, okay, I have been waiting and being tortured by this. I'm really done. I'm really tired. I am going to take the advice of my Andalusian, local. I have a really good local friend. She once told me, you know what, April? If you are really in an emergency, tell them it's an emergency, help me. She has told me that many times. So I decided, okay, it's one of those moments. I'm like, lady, I have been summoned tomorrow, noon, less than 24 hours. I need a fresh lime. I need it right now so I can make it to my tomorrow summon meeting. I need it. Someone has to give it to me. I checked the cita online. The first cita I could get is 12 days later, but my meeting is happening tomorrow. You can see 12 days is not gonna help. She saw my attitude and somehow it worked. She's like, okay, I cannot help you. Please go to my colleague. Okay, sure. So I go to the colleague. I say, this is really an emergency. And then he looks at my name. He puts my name into the system, pulls out one piece of paper, printed out by the printer, stamped it, and give it to me. So I got a fresh lime. When he was handing out that piece of paper, he says, please remember to make a cita next time. absolutely, absolutely, thank you so much for your help, and I leave. Next day, I go to the lemon office. I have approximately 2 kilograms of documentations ready with me. And guess what happened again? Nobody even checked. Nobody. Lady barely checked my ID. She confirmed email, telephone number. I tried to present her my documentations. She actually pushed them away, using her body language saying, take this away from me. I don't want to look at your files. Yet another lady having a good day. And then she was confused by something that I was missing that I used another document to replace. She's like, I don't know if this is gonna work. She turns around, asks her colleague, another guy sitting at the desk, and she says, is this gonna work? Like, I have never heard of this. Have you heard of this? And the guy goes, no, but whatever, just give it to her. And she said, okay. And I tried to show her again my fresh lime. Like, do you want to take a look at this? I went to get the fresh one yesterday. Like, no. Pushes away. Pushes my lime away. Presented me this lemon and says, sign and confirm so you can get it. I sign and I confirm. And I got this lemon with another nice lady having a good day. So I got my lemon. All these sleepless nights, all these asshole bleeding, I have actually got an anal fissure from the stress of this procedure, yeah? All of these were nothing. All of the anxiety was for nothing. No one even checked the papers. No, she didn't even take a good look at it. She just took a really quick glance and then pushed it away. Rationally, I am very happy and very relieved that in the end I did get this big ass juicy lemon, but I have complicated feelings. I feel stupid, and also, mind you, what else could have happened yesterday? It's always a 50-50. It's either that nice lady is having a nice day and she decided to make your life easier for no reason, or some dude is having a difficult day and he decided to be an extra douchebag to you to make your life extra difficult for no reason. So he could say, no, it's not gonna work, go back, and then you would have to go through the whole thing again. And then you would hope one day you could walk into an office and that person is having a good day and they would accept that replaced document that you got rejected from earlier. They would accept it, they would not even check it, and they would give you what you want. But would that happen? You don't know. This has happened to me since the first day I moved to this country. There is no pattern to recognize. There is nothing solid, no concrete answer, nothing. So the bright side of this is that you can always try to hope that someone is going to help you throughout the process to make your life easier. But the thing is, if that kind of luck just didn't happen to you, you would have to suffer for a long time because nothing goes forward. Because every time when you needed help, that one was having a shit day. So they decided to... Now I have this lemon. The next thing I need and want would be maybe this water bottle. And what have we learned about how to get this water bottle? Yes, it really depends.